Hello everybody, this is going to be a little bit different than last time because I want to try different editing styles, see if I find something I like, and if I do, then I'll start doing that only. So we're going to go back to a little bit of a classic style, but with VTuber instead. So I hope y'all enjoy. Let's just go ahead and get into this video.
Man has opinion about video game. Internet goes absolutely nuclear crazy about opinion on video game. Is this actually about opinion on video game? No, this has nothing to do with opinion on video game. This has everything to do with going after the far left sacred cow of gender ideology.
Does anyone else remember when people said the far left's golden cow is Muslims? I remember that. I'm old enough to remember that. These people aren't, apparently. These people are apparently stuck in the Stone Age. No. It's pretty much about the game. You getting upset over something that means absolutely nothing in the game. That's what I've seen. Maybe there's some people, like, say Hassan, who think it's about, like, going after Golden Cow. But for me, it's just, you said stupid in a video and I'm making fun of you, kinda. Well, more arguing your points, but still.
Towards the beginning of the game, the character creation, we were greeted with a pronoun option, so very current day of Bethesda, because it appears at some point during the last couple of years, Pete Hines seems to have forgotten what gender he is. Never mind.
Now, I have a very, very simple question. How is this any different from choosing your sex in Skyrim, Pokemon, or any other RPG game? For like, if you want to get serious, like, I feel like you're just complaining about something because they added they them, because like your pronouns were still picked, it's just under a different name, and you're just crying about it now.
Now, I edited that down a little bit because of brevity. There were some pauses that I took out, but this was tweeted out by Hassan Piker after Dan Vask had put the video out, and it went a tinge viral. And he says, this weird British guy, yeah, okay, fair enough, losing his mind over selecting pronouns in Starfield is the perfect demonstration for why we must bring back lobotomies.
Now, you're gonna go a little bit off topic for a second, so we can talk about Hassan. Hassan is a disgrace to humanity. Tweets like this is why I don't like Hassan. He's stupid. Just, that's all he says, he's stupid. Just want to add that I don't like Hill or Hassan, so he doesn't try and say that I'm a Hassan dickhead or something like that.
But this isn't just about pronouns. That's the disingenuous argument that people want to latch onto, so that you don't talk about the gender ideology and the intersectionality that's been rammed into every single solitary facet of our entertainment, from video games to TV, film, comics, etc., etc.
Listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier.
Yes.
So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
You're a dude.
My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance.
Uh-huh.
The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place.
Yeah.
I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC.
Y'all remember the hit TV show Danny Phantom, right? It was released in 2004, and it had a character called Danny Phantom. Now, you probably think I mean Danny Phantom, the main character. No, I mean Danny Phantom, who is a clone of Danny Phantom. Now, every time I say Danny, and I really have to put subtitles on the screen so you can see what I mean. She is a female clone from 2004, before all this woke nonsense started. Kingdom Hearts, one of my favorite game series. I love Kingdom Hearts. There is this thing you can do in Kingdom Hearts, and you can make clones of people. The clones are like 5 different times, I think. I lost count. One of these clones is called Xenon. Xion. Xion is female because it used Sora's memories of Kairi to create. Now, Kingdom Hearts, I'd have to look up when that game it was introducing came out. I'll put it on the screen now. Now, finally, this is another female clone from a male character. Ultimate Spider-Woman. Jessica Drew, or Julia Carpenter, or Black Widow, whatever you want to call her. In the Ultimate Universe, she is Ben Reilly, meaning she is a clone of Peter Parker. Now, this came out in 2006. No, she first appeared in 2010, but still. Yeah. So this isn't a new thing. Female characters can be cloned from male characters. There's a very, very short list of them, sure. But it's a precedent that has been set by other media that is acceptable. This is not woke nonsense. It's just something that some comics and shows or games do. Starfield makes number 4 from what I've seen, looking through all the clone characters. Which I think is good. I think this character type isn't inherently bad. It's how it's used. If it's not used poorly, which I don't know about Starfield, I still haven't played it yet, I don't own it. If it's not used poorly, then it's okay. I see no issue with it.
Now, did I have that reaction because I'm a nasty, naughty transformophobia? No, I had that reaction because it was so obvious because we're dealing with current day gaming company. In actual fact, you could go far as to say we're dealing with current day entertainment in the West.
Now, it's funny you say it's a Western problem because you're talking about the clone thing. Now, Kingdom Hearts is one of the examples I use, Xion. Now, Xion is from a Japanese game. Kingdom Hearts is Japanese. And it was made in Japan. It was released in Japan first, then America, then the EU, then the AU, which I assume is Australian. But point is, it is Japanese. It is not a Western problem. And this is a problem. It is a problem in all forms of media, but it's not one. Because I'm pretty sure anime has clones like that. But I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not a weeb. I'm not that big of a weeb. But still, you can't say it's a problem without any evidence. You see one character, one clone, and you say it's a problem. You're just being hyperbolic for the sake of being hyperbolic in sudden argument.
Then we have The Act Man, a React channel that has 1.8 million subscribers, getting mad because a person reacted to a game. By the way, this person recently being cancelled, having his YouTube channel demonetized / pulled down because he was attacked for having an opinion about something and exercising his right to do so. Now, he's actually jumping on that bandwagon to attack somebody who is exercising their right to have an opinion.
Now, the First Amendment for people like you is a catch-22. A difficult circumstance because it gives you the right to say stupid shit, and it gives people the right to say stupid shit back to you. Regardless of what Ackman's done to get suspended or cancelled or whatever the fuck, I don't care. Just like you have the right to state your opinion of Starfield, even though it's completely and utterly fucking stupid. Ackman has the right to respond to you saying stupid shit with his opinion of it. You don't see that the First Amendment protects other people as well as it protects you. What you see as an attack, I see as people criticizing you using their First Amendment right. If you see people making fun of you for saying something stupid as an attack, I suggest you don't talk anymore because you're going to be saying a lot of stupid shit, I assume.
Because Starfield lets you pick pronouns at the start of the game and then is never brought up again. Well, if it's never brought up again, why do you even have to pick the pronouns? And you would have a better point of argument here if the game allowed you to skip the pronoun nonsense. What are your pronouns? Skip. Because the game understands that when you've picked the male character, you have male pronouns. And when you pick the female character, you have female pronouns.
Well, the skipping idea is okay in premise. That can't work in Starfield because there is no male character, there is no female character. That's not how it works in Starfield. You pick the starter character you want, which the majority of them look gender neutral in my opinion. There's a couple that's like obviously masculine and feminine, but just because somebody's masculine doesn't mean they're not a woman, and just because somebody's feminine doesn't mean they're not a man. Honestly, it's just like picking your sex in Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout 2, not Fallout 2, Fallout New Vegas, that's the one that's playing right now. Fallout New Vegas, it's just like picking your sex in any of those games. Except you have the third option of they, them, which again is another problem. Because you don't fuck in this game, I believe. Like, Cyberpunk. If you have a deep voice, a masculine voice, you're called male pronouns, regardless of what you have in your pants, because that's how it's perceived in real life. But in Starfield, you can pick your pronouns, and that's how people perceive you. Both of these ways of doing it are valid, in my opinion, and I'm okay with either. I think Starfield is better because it gives you more options than just two, but, you know, I'm all for options in video games. Some people aren't. They're against options in video games.
So if it's never brought up again, what is the issue? What is the problem? Why is it even there? It's there to compel you to do so. It's there to compel you to participate in the gender ideology that they've shoved into the game.
I am not a language major. I'm not a major of any kind right now. Not English, any language. I don't study anything at the moment. But I know enough about the English language to tell you that people talking about you in the third person require your pronouns. Like, unless you want the game to be like, let's say your name's Jim. Oh, Jim here. Jim here. Just anytime they refer to you, it's using your name, which is, in my opinion, stupid. And not to mention, if you take out pronouns from writing, then you have to get rid of you, we, no, all those pronouns as well. And doing that makes writing difficult. Having the option to pick your pronouns and have you have more control over the story is not a problem in my eyes, because that's just how it should be in a role-playing game.
So I wanted to see what the guy who screamed about pronouns in Starfield thought about the Hogwarts Legacy boycott, and I was not disappointed. The hypocrisy is prophetic. We'll get on to prophetic shortly, dude. So let's watch, shall we? I will not be berated, bullied, intimidated into not playing a game because you think it attacks you or goes against your ideology. Boo fucking who? Man up! Fucking pronouns! Boo fucking who? Man up! Fucking gender ambiguity! You think it attacks you or goes against your ideology, and you just can't help! Shovel! You are dog shit! You think it attacks you or goes against your ideology. Fucking crap! Ideology into everything! You think it attacks you or goes against your ideology, goes against your ideology, goes against your ideology. We can't see past our own fucking reflection!
Agreed.
Yes. And what was I actually talking about? I was actually talking about buying Hogwarts Legacy and not boycotting it because I wouldn't bow down to the intersectional, woke, far-left ideological mob that wanted to cancel it because Harry Potter is made by J.K. Rowling.
Now, what I'm about to say may be a hot take, okay? I still think it's hypocritical for a different reason. You have a following. What you say has an impact. For you to start a boycott inadvertently by screaming, by ranting about this nothing problem in a game, this minuscule, less than an inch problem, is the same as people complaining about Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm shocked you didn't say anything about Hogwarts Legacy when it came out, because it only refers to you with they them pronouns. That's a fun fact about the game. That's a really fun fact. I didn't play it. I don't own it yet. I thought about buying it. I haven't done so yet. But yeah, you have gender neutral pronouns in that game, and you can't pick. That's just straight up what you were called. That's more pushing the gender ideology down your throat than giving you the option to play with it. If you want to say gender ideology, I don't think it's an ideology. I think people feeling how they feel is not an ideology. Well, I guess kinda it is, but you know what I mean. Religion's not an ideology, a political ideology, so I don't see how gender should be. But yeah, it's just stupid. You can play that in Starfield because it gives you the option, but Harry Potter, no, that's okay. That's okay because the lefties hate that. The lefties hate Harry Potter. You're just being a hypocrite. Not because of the boycott. The boycott, you're kind of hypocritical for that, but no, it's the double standard in what you say. Double standard in what you say is what makes you a hypocrite, in my opinion.
Here's just a little cautionary tale for you. Remember Volition? Volition, the game studio that took over the reboot of Saints Row. Volition, the same company that attacked fans of the old Saints Row games because they said that was outdated and it was no longer acceptable and their game was gonna be for a modern audience. Volition, who are now out of business because the game flopped massively. Things like this can happen. Chip away at people like Chinese torture and eventually they'll crack, or they'll have a straw that broke the donkey's back moment and they'll stop supporting your games.
Now, this is a tale of caution, but for different reasons in my opinion. It's not the woke shit that did it. Well, it probably is kinda, because they probably went too far in it. It's them shitting on the fan base. Because look at South Park. South Park games, like the new one, the Fresh But Whole, the newest one I should say, not new one, is pretty woke if you look at it. Like, you can pick your pronouns, you can pick your race, you can pick your sexuality, I believe. Can you? I think so. Like, it is one of the most woke games that has been released recently. Well, not recently, it's like, I forget when it came out, but still, relatively recently. And it was received positively because it's South Park, and they don't shun their, well, they do shun their fans, but it's kind of like in the ha 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 funny way, not the fuck you, we hate you way. But yeah, it's a cautionary tale, but not for the reasons you think it is. At least that's how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows. I don't like Saints Row. It's not a bad game series. I don't have issues with it because of the humor. It's just I don't like it. I don't like games like that.
Unlike the mob that went after J.K. Rowling, I'm not telling anyone not to buy a video game. If you're curious and you want to play it, buy it. Try it out for yourself. See what you think. Some of you will like it. Probably some of you won't like it. That's the nature of the beast. But I'm more than entitled to express my own opinion on the fact that I am sick and tired of seeing current day shoved into every facet of our entertainment, television, film, video games, comics, etc., etc.
And just like how you're allowed to express your opinion that you're against, you don't like it, you don't want it, people are allowed to express their opinion that they don't care, that they think something like dating pronouns in the game is stupid. Don't cry about it. Don't get on camera and go, fucking pronouns. But yeah, it's just stupid. This entire thing's stupid. Just don't get upset. It's a game. It's a game, buddy. It's not that serious. It ain't that deep. Anyway, if you like this video, your new channel, please consider subscribing. I'll be trying to make more videos like this. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.